Okay, so now it's recording. So now we are going to move in to ePortfolio. So we'll just go to ePortfolio, LAGCC, and I usually go on the second one here, ePortfolio login form. So I'll just click on that. It's my staff, but yours would be first name dot last name with your 8-digit CUNY First EMPL ID and the last 2 digits of your birth year. So when you log in, I talked to Professor Praveen and he told me that all of you made your own ePortfolios, but I actually made your ePortfolios for you last night. So anyone that already has the ePortfolio, just let me know and I'll help you delete that one and you'll use the one that whichever one that you have working, we'll keep that one, and whatever you don't, I'll just delete that one. So if you go to your class, you'll see a whole bunch of courses here. This is your class 314B. We'll just click on that. If you go to ePortfolios, you'll see a list with all of your ePortfolios on them. And if you had shared them with the course, this is how I view them as well. I just click on one and I'm able to see it. Please make sure every time that you're making a change, please publish it. If you don't publish it, I will not be able to see it. Your professor won't be able to see it. So with that being said, publish it. If you go to I'll show you right now. This is the ePortfolio that I've been talking about. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Yeah, so this is the ePortfolio I've been talking about, that I'll be uploading everything into. The syllabus the syllabus is there, but it's not your class one. It's just like the overall disciplines. I'll fix that after this, but so you'll see it as a published view. So I actually made a first year seminar welcome page to welcome all of you under this, unique time. And this is my little biography that I have here. You can read it if you like to get inspiration for your own about me's, which we will be starting today. So if you go under studio hour plans, you'll see March meeting 1, March 19th, which is today. I haven't uploaded anything, but I will upload this video after we finish. So it'd be here. It probably won't look like this. It'll probably just be like a link because I am uploading it to YouTube. And then it'll look something like this, like the agenda, and I'll fill in the blanks of what we are going to do. So as of right now, under resources, there's syllabus, and this would be your syllabus here. And if you scroll all the way down, you'll see what's due, what's not due, what we're going to do, things like that. So like, as I said before, we went over CUNY First, Blackboard, the My LaGuardia app and things like that. So in our first session, so this is an updated syllabus. I know yours might look a little different because Professor Praveen probably modified things, which is totally fine. But right now we're going to do complete ePortfolio about me page and how to upload to ePortfolio. Uploading into ePortfolio means like pictures, media, things like that. So we'll get into that a little bit later. So I just wanted to let everyone know that there is education resources here as well. If you just click on that tab.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, but I think I'm a little lost, and I'm trying to find out where do I find the studio hour in the ePortfolio?
The studio, I don't understand your question.
Oh, is that what is it? Or the studio like that? I'm trying to figure out where did you find all that in the ePortfolio? That I'm clicking my ePortfolio, but I don't have any of that welcome page or the studio. What is it called?
So it wouldn't be your ePortfolio. It would be so if you go okay, so we'll go back home. And if you scroll down to your courses, 314B, that's me. That's the studio hour. 314A, that's your lecture. So we'll go to B, and then we'll go to ePortfolios, and then all your ePortfolios will be listed here. The one that I'm referring to, the one I'm referring to is the LACHME SSM CSF 101 314B. Just click on that, and it will take you to this page, but it'll be the published view. but since I'm the admin for this, so I'm able to edit it. So again, this is what it's looked like. And this is what I really wanted to share with all of you, is that under resources, under Digication resources, if you click on that, this page will come up and it will have a video about ePortfolio at LaGuardia. And also if you scroll down a little bit, it says click here to view ePortfolio tutorials. So if you click here, it'll take you to an ePortfolio page, and there is resources for students to learn the basics, like how to log into ePortfolio, privacy settings, things like that. There is videos available that you're able to click on. There's also text available if you want to read it. There's also, you could add content if you want to add media. If we went over something like adding media or uploading things like that, you can always go back here and see how to do it. So you'll never be stuck. And how to add slides, things like that. It pretty much answers every question you might have. So it's nice. Sorry, 1 second. All right, so back to the ePortfolio. That's under resources. There's also Slack resources. What is Slack? How to use Slack? There's a video here on how to. There's also clickable links. Well, these are like boxes, it's not even a link, but there's a link encrypted in there. So how to set up, how to find, start conversations, working in channels, and focusing on you, what matters to you, whatever you like. Whatever you have like some confusion of, definitely check this out. It's very, very helpful. There's also a Zoom resource. So how we are on Zoom already, you can have a tutorial on how to use it, how to join meetings, things like that. If you want to work with some people in the class, you could definitely do that by setting up a meeting. And I encourage you to definitely keep in contact with each other, because it is helpful to have someone that knows what's going on. There's also What's Up at LaGuardia. So I know campus is most likely should be closed, but there is webinars that you could attend. There is different webinars. Still loading. So like there's different emotional or psychological distress. There's a hotline. I understand this is a very frustrating time. I definitely feel squirrely myself being trapped in the house. But yeah, there's also college resources, and I actually put up a whole bunch of resources that would help your every need. So academic success, it goes to college, like health and well-being, co-curricular experience, financial concerns, things like that, and additional resources that I found helpful. I understand that your professor went over CCPD. And there's just a few pictures of campus here, which I kind of miss. Overall, I find this very helpful. And there's also a link here. It says use Ask LaGuardia to search these answers. So if you click on Ask LaGuardia, you definitely can have any question answered. So like if you click on it, you'll see this screen. So you could ask a full-on question saying like, when is FAFSA due? Or how do I find my FAFSA? Just ask. And then over here, it will just have like a whole bunch of like resources that you could click on, like when is the application deadline, and you can find your answer through that. Let's also go back here. So I think we'll just get started with the About Me page. So the About Me page, I'm just going to find my ePortfolio that I've made. So if you need anything, like say that we went over a section that you don't remember, or you don't remember what needs to be there, definitely click on this ePortfolio, CSF 101 314B. This is for your course. So this ePortfolio looks like your ePortfolio. So this is what I'm going to be using to model and stuff. So the first things first, right? Has anyone I'm sorry, 1 second. Milo. Oh, here. Okay, so please just let someone, Milo, know that he could join the meeting and I will accept him. Okay, so continuing. This is how your ePortfolio should look like right now. It looks pretty ugly, but you know, being computer science majors, I'm pretty sure you guys know a little bit about design. So once we have it here, so your full name. I'm so sorry, I'm trying to get this student in, but I can't see why he's not being able to get in. Okay. So your full name, obviously your name goes here. First step is to unlock this little lock here. And then you'll go to the gear. This is what's gonna open settings. Then you'll go to section options and then section name. And you'll type in your name. First and last. So I think I'm just gonna put my name. Let's just do it like that. So your first and last name in here. And then you'll just click out of here. Oh, why didn't you do it? Oh, I'm so sorry. So this is a little different than the other templates. So instead of unlocking that, just lock it. And then, oh wait, you have to unlock. I'm so sorry. Unlock, and then if you go over this, you'll see a little pencil. You could just click that, and then you're able to edit the name. So highlight it all and type in your name like that. Sorry, that's a little different from what I'm used to. And then you just click out, and it should be here. But we just made a change to our ePortfolio. So what should we do? We should always publish the pages. So you can either click on publish this page, but to be sure and to be safe, I always do publish pages. And you'll see everything is a draft for me. It probably won't look like this for you, maybe some, but all of you, I'm pretty sure I published all your pages already for you. But definitely if yours look like this, please just hit publish. And it'll take a little bit. On top here it says publishing, and let it just do its thing. In the meantime, as that's publishing, about me. This is your about me section. So basically, your about me background information. That's like the hardest question I feel, because when someone asks you, tell me about yourself, we kind of get stuck. Well, at least for me, I get stuck, because it's like, what do you want to know about me? You know, like it's just blank, you know, but there is so much about yourselves that you're not even aware of that you could share. So I'll definitely show you a example of my about me page that I created in my freshman year. So if you just click to edit anything, any text or anything like that, you're just gonna click the pencil and paper, and you click that, and then this little box will appear. This is filled with prompts. Please, I know it's clickable, like you're able to click in and type. Please do not do that, because we would not see it. Make sure this prompt, if it's in your way, there's like a little like 4-corner thing at the corner here, and you can also just click that and it'll just go down. But if you would like it, there's also, if you want it on top instead, you could do that. And yeah, but I always just like close it off because it's just in my way. So like I said, to edit this, you would always go for the pencil and paper and just click in the box. When you do that, this little gear will pop up, click in the box, and then you could just delete everything. So I would want you to be like, tell me about yourself, like, yeah, about yourself. I'll show you more examples about that. So if you see this right here, about me, background info, it's black, you know, it's not very like colorful or like to show like your personality through this. You can also change it. So first off, to change the text, you could also go to this little paintbrush, and there is a, let me just do that for, yeah. So there is a little paintbrush here. You just click on it. You just make sure your text is highlighted. Click on it. You could change the colors to say if I want like maybe a blue, it'll turn it blue. But if I don't like that font, I want something fancy, I just click back on this little paintbrush, and where it says select, there's a drop down menu of different fonts that you could choose. Also, just a tip, please don't choose any fonts that's like hard to read, like maybe, I don't even, just use your discretion, like maybe, well, that's readable, but it's too small. So how do we do that? We'll go back to the paintbrush and just increase the font. Like, also, if this is blue and this is black, it doesn't look good. Well, to me, it doesn't look good, but maybe I just want this blue as well. So I'll go to the settings gear. If for the outer box, there's a little gear here. You'll just click on that. Click on that gear, and then you'll go to module options. When you click on that, a drop-down menu will appear, and the same text that's here, it will show in here. All you have to do is just highlight, and you could just be like about me, or you could just be like, welcome, I'm Rajmi. Yep, I'm Rajmi. Something cute. Or you can leave it like that, no problem. There's also, if you go underneath, there's customized style. So now there's font families. So if you want to have the same font going, you definitely can do that. My personal favorite is this one, Adamina, and I like that one. There's also, you can adjust the font size. So if you want it bigger or smaller, you can also change the color. Maybe I'll keep it the same blue. So now there is also alignment. You could have it in the middle, you could have it to the right, you could have it straight. I always like it in the middle, looks more put together to me. Also, there's other things, but we won't get into all of that yet because not really, this is like for the bottom layer, but this top portion is mainly for this. So to exit that, you can always click the X and it will still be there. Now we just did a little something. We changed something about our page, so we should always publish just to prevent that it might get misplaced or anything like that. So you do the same about education. You'll click the pencil, see what's the prompt, if there's any prompt. Let's see if there's a prompt for this one. Click on that pencil. So there's no prompt. So education, you can write your education history, like LAGCC, right? Or you could put like, this is my current third semester at LAGCC, right? Or you can have like a little paragraph. So you can have like, I'm in my third semester at LAGCC. I went to blank, blank, blank high school. Things like that. If you want to go a little deeper, you could talk about just LaGuardia, you could put in your high school, things like that. Also, contact info, you could put your email here. If you have a LinkedIn account, if you want to put your social media, things like that. Just one warning about social media into ePortfolios. ePortfolio is basically a platform where potential employers could look at you and see, like, get a sense of who you are. So it's not just like a resume, it's like a sneak peek of what you're actually capable of. So I always believe, like, just to keep it professional. Same goes as your about me statement. Please do not include something that you do not want other people to read, especially like me or your professor, things like that. Just keep it. Yeah, so just keep it a little professional. Also, favorite quote. If you don't have a favorite quote, look up some quotes on Google. See which one you like. See which one that speaks to you. It could be from the Bible. It could be from anywhere you please. Yeah, I'm actually Hindu, so there's a lot of sayings in my religion that I would put into this. But I saw something in when I was applying to LaGuardia that I seen this quote on the wall that just made me feel like this is like the college for me. I'm ready, things like that. So skills, this is where your technical skills come in. You just put programming languages, operating systems, things like that. So I'm not familiar with any programming languages, but definitely if you have any questions about that, definitely express that to your professor. He is a computer science person. Also, there is work experience, projects, things like that. Maybe you want to have a summary of it and then include some links or like some pictures, things like that. We'll get into how to. Okay, so this is a great section here. So if you have work experience and projects, you could have a description. Say your description is like that, right? Just a little excerpt of what it is. There's this little four corners at the boxes that allows you to adjust things. Definitely make it your own. If you see this little blue plus sign, if you click on that, this drop down menu will appear. If you want to add an image, you'll just go to image and then you'll upload a file. And then it'll say select files to upload. So you just click on that little plus. I actually have some pictures. Let's see if I could just upload a random picture. So say like one of my projects, we're working on a Christmas tree. I'm just gonna open that and then have it like that. You can also edit the picture itself on here. If you click this little edit button, you could crop, you could circle, you could rotate, things like that. I think I'll just leave it how it is and just click save. And then once you're done, you just click done and then upload. And now you have a picture of a nice Christmas tree or your project that goes with the description. So you could definitely resize it by this little circle here and have it. So say you don't want it like this, you want it side by side so people know what you're talking about. So if you just resize this little box by using this little circle here, you could bring it to the side and bring it down like that as like a little description. And then you could open up that Christmas tree. But say that you see how the image is not, it's not fully there. It's like cropped. So how do I fix that? Go to the gear. The second little tab will go to the gear, and then you'll go to module options. Oh wait, I'm so sorry, not module options. You'll go down to to the image settings. And once you're in the image settings, oh, sorry, did I mute myself for a second? Okay, so once you're in the image settings, you'll see display file, make image clickable, things like that. Image size, you'll go to, if you want the full size, you'll click on full size. Right now it was in best fit, but now it's full size. Now I have my full image there and I'm happy with it. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. So if everyone has a little question about that, no problem. Now there's another image. You would have to put a professional picture of yourself on this About Me page. So now there's an image here. How the hell do I get rid of it, right? So I am not going to delete the whole entire thing like with this trash can. I will just replace this item. How to replace an item? You're going to have a pencil and a paper here. You'll click on it. Then you'll click replace this item. Do not add more items unless the picture will still be there and it'll be like a slideshow, right? So we'll always just be like replace this item. And then if you want to upload a file, you could definitely upload a file like how we did before. But if you already uploaded that picture and you just wanted to have it again, if you click on previous uploads, all the images that you uploaded to ePortfolio will be here. So say I have this little picture of me here. So I'm just going to put my About Me. Again, look, it's cropped, right? I don't want it like that. So we'll go to this gear again. And then we'll go down to image settings. And then we'll do full size because I want my full size picture there. And that's me there. And then we'll just click out that X, and now we have our About Me page. So please work on it, have it done. Now if you go to this little 3 lines, we'll go to publish pages and then publish. And to check that all of your what do you call it? Pages have been published, always go to this, there's an edit mode and then publish mode. If you click on publish view, you'll see what I see when I click on yours. So this is what I currently see on mine. Well, is it completely loaded? Let's see. Yeah, it is. So this is what I see. So then if you go back to the edit mode, we'll see like this is white. How do I change this? So we'll just go back to that little lock. This is also your header. So always please, when you're doing stuff below it, always make sure that's locked because that prevents things from getting deleted or misplaced or like just really in a mess. So just always keep that locked unless if you're working on this section. Please, please do that. Now you'll just go to the gear that's underneath it. Now this background is white. I don't want it white. So we see color here. This is the top layer. So this is like divided into 2. So I'll show you how that works. So the top layer, I would want it, well, I have red text. So let's see what would go with red. I don't really like red. I don't really work with red, but we're gonna go with this little light pink here. And now this whole thing turned pink. But how do I get back here? I want here to be like, this is the bottom layer. So like I want here to be the same pink or maybe a different pink to have like a little like contrast. So we'll go back to that gear and we'll go scroll down to the bottom layer background. And then we'll go to color. And then we'll pick a nice color here. We'll go with this little deeper one. But if you look at it, it's very, very dark. And I don't think I want it that dark. So I think I'm gonna go back to the gear. And if you go all the way back down to the bottom layer background, there's something called color opacity. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but you can definitely lower the opacity. So I'm gonna go with 50% and then click out. And that lighten it up. So definitely use those tools, things like that to make your design great. So now we have our little header. We'll go down. Actually, I don't really like this text like red anymore. So I think I'm just gonna go back to the gear, and instead of red under text, we'll go to font color, and I'll probably do like a nice. There's really no options here. Okay, so now let's go with black. Let's just do that. And now we have our little header. So now let's publish this page. So that's pretty much what you're going to do. I also have a little, I'm not sure if there is that it's available. I'll definitely check and let you know for last class, but there is something from Adobe that you could get other colors from, like so Adobe, it's called Adobe Color Wheel. If I don't know if you of you are familiar with it, you could upload a picture that you like with different colors from it, and you could pinpoint the exact color that you want, and then it'll release a code. Those codes, if you click on the settings and go down to color, like any kind of color box, either top layer or bottom layer, wherever there is a color box, if you go to this number here and you type in the number, it'll have that exact same color. So definitely I'll show you how to do that maybe next class or if we have time. So this is what I want you to work on. This is your About Me page. And yeah, so let me show you the example that I had. This thing is in my way. Yeah, I don't know how to. Okay, so I'll go back home here. So then I will go, I have a lot of your e-portfolios here. So let's see if I can find it. Oh, nope. This is my SSM ones. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna log out and log back into my student account to show you my example. So this is my About Me for an SSM position. So I have a nice color scheme going on. I have my picture, and this is my little welcoming page. I have my contact information here, which you also have. So put your name, if you have an office, and your email, things like that. And I also just like told some stuff about myself, about LaGuardia, but I actually want to show you my student one that I created when in my first year seminar as well. So I was in LIF, Social Science and Humanities, and this is what I created. Please let me know if my screen freezes on your end. Why is my internet acting up? Okay, so my picture was here. I have no idea where it disappeared to. I don't know why it's loading correctly, but we'll work from here. So for my favorite quotation, like I said, I saw this in the admissions department on an advisor's wall, and it says, if you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes a sacrifice, and it's from Anonymous. So notice I gave credit to whoever is anonymous, right? But wherever you get the quote, please give credit to them. You don't want to plagiarize. So definitely give credit. I really like this quote, so I decided to put it in my e-portfolio. And notice I changed the background, so like a little palm trees, things like that. And then here's like a whole bunch of waves, because you'll know why I put waves. But definitely I have a sand background here. You could definitely, if you don't want to do colors, you could do images like this. And if you upload an image and you don't see it going correctly, like you don't want that part of the image, definitely use the crop tool that I showed you earlier. So basically we're just going to be looking at my About Me. So my About Me statement starts off with greetings. Welcome to my e-portfolio. My name is Lashmi Kundan. I'm currently in my second semester at LaGuardia Community College. I was born in Manhattan, New York, but my parents originated from Guyana. As you could tell from my e-portfolio, I absolutely love tropical places. I have traveled to different parts of the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Bahamas, Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, Grand Turk Island, and my parents' homeland. I still have some places I would love to visit someday, such as Hawaii, Cancun, Bora Bora, Bali, and the list goes on and on. So from that little excerpt, you already get a sense of like, wow, this girl traveled a lot of places, you know? So definitely be as detailed. Tell me where you're from. Tell me where your parents originated from. Like, tell me your background, things like that. And what's most important to you. So I'm a secondary education major, so education is important to me as well. So I talked about that. Why, where did that passion come from? My passion came from my mom, actually. She's the one who told me this statement that never left me. She said to me, who cares about material items? Anyone could take away your home, car, or even the shoes off your feet. However, one thing they can never take away from you is your education. And that stuck with me for the rest of my life. And I honestly feel like that with education, I feel like that's our future of the society. So that's why I'm so passionate about my major, why I want to become an educator, things like that. So please tell me why you want to be a computer science major. Tell me what pathway you choose, what career you imagine yourself doing, things like that. And I just told a little bit about my experience in school, things like that. Yeah, so that's a little example. Does anyone have any questions? I am opening the chat if I could find it. Yeah, I can't see the chat from here, but definitely if you have any questions, unmute yourself one by one. Please be respectful and ask me anything you'd like.
Hey, so I made an e-portfolio from before on my bridge program. Do you happen to know the login for the ACE general login that they used last semester?
You see, the thing is with, okay, so this goes for everyone. The e-portfolios, I understand some of you might have e-portfolios before, but this is a different template. This is the computer science template, so you will have to create another e-portfolio for this course. Can I ask you what's your name?
Franklin Alberto.
Okay, so see, Franklin, I already created your e-portfolio for you. You're welcome. So if you go back to the course and go to e-portfolios on this little tab here, right, you'll see this e-portfolio tab. If you scroll down to your name, right, Franklin Alberto Cole e-portfolio, I'm using it as an example. Oh, great design. So Franklin already started working on his designs. And so yeah, so this is great so far. Yeah, so you're able to edit things like that because I made you guys admins. So please, please find your name here and get started on your About Me page. Also, I want to note that I know some of you probably made e-portfolios with Professor Praveen. Say like the student here has, this is the one that I created. The only ones that I created says core e-portfolio following your name. So say like if you don't have one, so please just like see which one you want to delete and I'll help you with that. Otherwise, is there any other questions?
The reason why I ask is because the professor said that I could link both of them together. That's the reason why.
I think he meant you could link one into one, things like that. Like you could have your link to your other e-portfolio into this e-portfolio, but I don't think you could link them both unless if you want to use like the organize tool and just like drag things from there. But I think that the best way to do this, because we are going to be working with like time management, co-curricular activities, reflections, things like that, to definitely just do it from scratch, enjoy the ride, things like that. But let's see if I can show you how to use the organize tool. Where is the,
Cool, that's fine. It's not a big deal. I could just put it together again.
are you sure? No, let me just go through it quickly. It's pretty fast and not time consuming. But in the meantime, anyone else have any questions about your assignment, things like that? Yeah.
From last semester, I also have an e-portfolio that I already used for computer science. Is there a way I can just use that one since I already did my last semester on that one?
Well, the thing is, right, like I said, Professor Praveen and like the course of this, with the course itself, it's to have people create their e-portfolios, you know, like, and build it up. But definitely I would send an email to Professor Praveen because I'm not, you have to see if he would be okay with that.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So I can't even find mine. Okay, it's right here. Right.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm kind of a private person. Is it possible to make it so only the professors can have access to my e-portfolio?
No, I don't think so. You have to share it with the course unless we can't see it.
Oh,
Well, I can't see it.
I see.
Yeah, sorry. So back to the question about the organization tool. So if you go to this little hamburger here in the top right, there's organize. And then if you wanted to show another ePortfolio, you could show it. I have a lot of ePortfolios here. We'll just click one. So like, say like, I want this to be here, even though it's the exact same thing, but this is the pages, you know, and you're allowed to click and going on different pages like that. But say if I want this like this, I'll just click on this little directional here. It's like up, down, side to side. And then that's to move things around. So I just drag it and literally just drop it here and it would come up. The only thing I would tell you is that it will make a double slide. So like say that if I did move it, so let's move it for this instance, right? So I'll move it to here and then it'll be on top of each other. But say I don't want it 2 times, I just want it once. So I'll just click on that little trash can, right, and type in delete. Please be mindful of what you're deleting because you cannot undo it. And to get out of here, that's fine. You could just click the X and everything will still be here. And then you'll just publish your changes, publish pages, and publish. Any other questions? Is everyone here on Slack?
Yes.
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 Okay, is anyone not? No? Okay, cool. All right, so I am available to you always through Slack. I'm actually making an exception because I know usually we'll have office hours and you're able to come to the office and I'll be able to help you. But if you communicate with me through Slack, I'll definitely reply to you as soon as I get it because it's instant messaging. So I'll always be available. But please be mindful, nothing past 9 p.m. because you know, I like to watch TV, I like to sleep, things like that. Otherwise, oh, and weekends. Well, you know what? It's okay. I'll make an exception for you guys. All right. So you could just Slack me anytime, email me. Everyone has my email, and I'll definitely reply to you. I hope I've been doing a good job so far, replying to emails and getting information to students, things like that. And if you definitely have peers in the class that you have contact with and they're not registered like on Slack or like on Zoom, please, please, please do so immediately. Thank you. So I would see when you log in to your to ePortfolio, I will see who is on and who is not, and that will count as your attendance. So right now I have a list of participants and I will make note of who showed up, who didn't, and that's how your attendance will go so far. Once again, I apologize for our time face-to-face to be cutting short. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not logging in the ePortfolio because I'm using my cell phone. So how would I know that I'm in the class or no? This is Sabine.
Well, you're here. So I see who's here right now in the Zoom.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
can consider the Zoom also as attendance of the class.
Yeah, the Zoom is an attendance of the class, and when you log into your ePortfolio on the same day, things like that, and I see changes of what we went over, definitely that's your attendance.
Okay.
Yeah, and be mindful that I am sending progress reports to Professor Praveen every 2 weeks, so it's bi-weekly, and that just indicates your attendance and your assignments and completions and things like that. So today is Thursday. I'm not sending out progress reports until next Thursday-ish.
Okay, that
right?
would be
so
because we also have to do other assignment and the job as well, right? So
yeah, no problem. So please take the weekend, make sure it's done by Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday at 11:59 p.m.
Sure.
Is everyone okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, great. So next Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. I would like to see everything because my progress reports goes out on Thursday. So if you want to take this remainder time to work on your stuff, definitely go do so. I'm here until class ends, so we'll probably just be off of Zoom, but I'm able to reach out to you through Slack, things like that, and yeah. So I'm here. Okay.
Thank you.
No
Thank you.
problem. No problem.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any questions or need assistance or anything? Oh, I got the chat. Okay, cool. Okay, well, everyone be safe and have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
I will link this video in the ePortfolio, so definitely check the ePortfolio. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. Goodbye, everyone.